Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kasey LeAlma. Today is Monday, the 19th. Yes, today is Monday the 19th of Camp Nano and I. I am behind. And I did not film any work that I was doing the last couple of days. I got an order in from Origami Owl. I ordered some earrings and some charms to go in my charm necklace. Look at these earrings. They like go like right here. They're super cute. They're not really that sparkly, but I like big dangly earrings, and so I'm wearing these to work tomorrow. So I'm just playing with my jewelry, and then my office is a mess. I'm gonna clean some, probably put some things back in order, and then I'm gonna start planning because this weekend was a weekend that I knew I wasn't gonna do much of anything. So I didn't schedule any work stuff to do. I didn't schedule any work stuff to do. I did do some, but it wasn't, I don't feel bad if, I wouldn't have felt bad if I didn't do any work because I knew ahead of time that this weekend was going to be busy and I just wasn't going to feel up to doing anything writing related, or even I didn't feel up to even reading on Friday or Saturday night, and then Sunday I started reading, but it was like 5. So I was still, I guess I should backtrack. So Friday I had a surgery and they told me not to do much afterwards. So I planned the weekend knowing that I was gonna have the surgery and that I wasn't gonna do much. So I didn't schedule anything really to do. I was going to watch YouTube videos and read books, but I didn't feel up to reading any books until Sunday night. So I watched some anime and some YouTube videos on Friday and Saturday. But I did do some work. I worked on Ember Storm editing my first draft. I got the first 27 pages done, went through, I've read it. I've made notes on pretty much every single page. I posted on my Instagram. If you want to follow that account, it's just at Kasey LeAlma. You can find me over on Instagram. But I got these stickers from Erin Condren as like a gift for purchasing a notebook, which was cool because I was going to purchase the notebook anyway. It had nothing to do with these free gifts, but I really didn't know what to do with them, so I am sticking them on my manuscript and then sticking a corresponding one on my notes page. And then I decided after, ignore my cat. She like wants in, but as soon as she gets in, she wants out. And then as soon as she's out, she wants back in. So I'm just ignoring her because I don't want to have to get up and just put her out again. But after I started doing this, I realized I needed to put like numbers on the stickers so I could correspond each of the stickers, but I didn't have too many of these on Saturday, so that was pretty good. I know later in the story, when I get to Act 2 and Act 3, I will probably have some more stickies put down, but I thought that those would come in handy for me doing those, and I'm excited to be getting into Ember Storm. I did not continue writing in my historical romance story. I'm kind of sad about that, but at the same time, I got to the point of, I got to Act 2 and I was just like, what should happen next? And I wasn't really sure. So maybe I had a case of the shiny new object syndrome. I don't know if that was the case, that I just was, you know, had anxiety about Ember Storm never getting to the point of being published and everything, and it was taking so long and I wasn't doing a very good job that I was like, okay, let's do this new project. I don't know if that was the case, but I hit the point in the middle that I was like, okay, now what? What do I need to get these characters to do in order to move them through this story? I have it outlined, but the section that I was working on was very vague. It was just like a summary of like, oh, well, this is what should happen, but it didn't give very much details. I hadn't come up with like exact scenes that needed to go in there, and so I felt a little lost. I did work on it. That happened Thursday night, and I did sit down and write for 10 minutes on Thursday night. But then Friday, I was like, I was going to try to do the 10 minutes of writing for that story, but then I was like, I don't really know what scene should go next, so I just didn't. And then I didn't do it Saturday or Sunday, so I missed 3 days of writing, which is essentially like 1,500 words, because I was trying to get 500 words each time I sat down and wrote that on that story. I don't know if I'm going to go back to it either, because if it really was just a distraction, then I need to get back on track with Ember Storm. But I already put writing the historical romance in my Q3 plan, and I'm not sure if I should change my Q3 plan or if I should just try to continue through it. Maybe I'm overreacting. I don't know. Writing's hard, guys. Writing is hard. Okay, but I better get done playing with these jewelry pieces. I got one necklace put back together here, and then I broke this necklace at work today, and I'm not sure if I can get it back there. Okay, I got these charms to fix to fit in here, and this well, you can't see it, but I did show you, but I have in here the new charms that just came out from Origami Owl. They have a partnership with Disney, and so they came out with Disney princesses. In the first round, they did like Belle and Cinderella and Snow White, I think was the first princesses that they did. I'm not really a big fan of those three, but they finally came out with Rapunzel, Jasmine, and Mulan. And these are some of my favorite movies from Disney Princess. I also like Brave, Merida. I'm not sure which one is my absolute favorite Disney princess, but when I saw that they came out with these Disney princesses, I was like, I have to have that. So this is my Disney princess locket that I'm going to wear tomorrow with my new earrings. I got this new bracelet too. Then I need to run these to my jewelry box so I don't lose them. And then I'm gonna clean my office. Yes, that sounds like a great plan. And probably put my hair up. Alright, let's go. Hey guys, it is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. 7:21. I don't know why it's so hard to like know what day it is, because I looked at the date all day. I was making entries and having to put the date down, and then I had meetings and stuff. Like I don't know why it's so hard to remember what day it is. But it's been a little bit. I think I filmed Did I film Monday or Sunday? I don't know. You guys will know. But I don't know what day I filmed last. I just checked in with my planner to see what activities I needed to do today, which one is wrapping up this vlog with you, and then I need to make sure I take the thumbnail picture, because I am so bad at forgetting to do that when I have my camera out and I'm in the same clothes. So that's on the list to do today, is to finish this vlog, take the thumbnail picture, and then I'm gonna work on Ember Storm, I believe. Maybe some editing pages or reading. One of my goals for this quarter is to finish, I don't know how many craft books, like four craft books, or 3.5. Let me look real fast here. I'll just look. My goal is to read 4 craft books in this quarter. And so my goal for this first month was to read 1.5, because I had already started a craft book and I got halfway through it. So I want to finish that one and then read 3 others. And instead of starting with the craft book that I had already read halfway through yesterday, when I had some time, I started a different craft book that I had on my shelf and that I've been wanting to read for a while. I think I've mentioned it before. It's called The Story Grid. I don't remember who it's by. Hold on, let me find out if I can figure that out. It's by Sean Coyne. He is an editor. I mean, I guess he's an author now that he has this book out, but he is a editor and he's worked in like some of the big 5 publishing houses and stuff. And this story grid is about the editing part of your novel, about the editing pass of your novel and like what each story should have. And it's supposed to help you with getting your story to be the best that it can be. And I definitely need that. So I am on chapter 13. The title is Genres Have Conventions, and I definitely think that's true. So I'm going to read some of this tonight and finish this vlog, and I'm hoping that I can get through the story grid this week and I can apply what I've learned from this craft book onto the editing that I'm doing for Ember Storm, because this is the second pass of editing that I've done for Ember Storm for book 1. So I'm working on, I'm sure you guys know because I've talked about it a lot, but after this pass it is going out into the world for someone else to read besides myself. I've been the only one that has ever read it. I think I sent it to a friend once and then she never read it. So yeah, no one has ever read this besides me. And other than my husband listening to me talk to myself and work through some problems, no one's read it but me. So after this editing pass, I think it's going to be enough. Things have been changed enough that it will be ready for someone else to read. But I think the story grid part of this is the only editing book that I think I have, a craft book that I wanted to read. I got the prose of Anatomy or by Sacha Black. It came out like last year, or it may even came out the year before, and I've actually read some of it too, and I was like, oh, this is more for like line by line editing, and I'm not at that point yet, so I stopped reading it because I didn't need to know that stuff yet. And then I bought a book that was recommended by another Authortuber, and that one is called Steering the Craft. And I think that's just a general craft book on like writing like as a whole. So I have that one. So I have the prose one, the Steering the Craft. I have the story grid one that I'm reading now. And then I have something to do with emotions, on how to get your emotions across in the writing for your characters. And I've read half of that too. So I guess I've read more than I thought of each book, but those are the 4 books that I picked out this quarter to read. I feel like I have another 1 or 2 that I bought that I may need to reread at some point. But those are the 4 books that I'm planning to read this quarter. And my goal for July was to read 1.5 craft books, and it's already the 21st and I haven't started reading one yet. So maybe I can just get 1 done. That would be great if I can get 1 done. I find that I've been talking a lot in this video and not really showing you what I'm doing or what's happening. Sorry. Okay, I am going to get to work because I'm just sitting here not doing anything, soaking up time to myself before anyone figures out where I went. But I need to get busy, and it's 7 o'clock. I have an hour before I need to put my son to bed, and then I'll have another hour before I need to put myself to bed. So I need to use these 2 hours that I'm gonna have and actually get some work done. So let's go. that's it. That's all I have for you today. I am going to end this vlog today because I need to edit it either tonight, later tonight, or tomorrow. It'll probably be tomorrow, and then it will go live on Friday, the day that you're watching this. So I thank you guys for staying and sticking around and being here. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you here in this community. I would love to get to know you. Please let me know down below in the comments how your Camp Nano is doing. Are you still working on the same project that you started on day one, or have you decided to scrap that project and start something new, or just have you stopped altogether like I have? I mean, I did pretty good. I wrote 8,000 words in the first 15 days. So 8,000 words in 15 days is pretty good for me, but I just know now, after I got to the hard part of the story and I took some days off, that it really was just a shiny new object syndrome. I really need to be focusing my time on Ember Storm and getting that ready for publication next year. I do not want to push back my publication. I really want it to go out next year, and the only way that's going to happen is if I commit to do the work today, tomorrow, and the rest of this year and next year. And so that's what I decided to do, is to stop writing my Camp Nano project. It will be there if I ever choose to come back to it. I do foresee me going down the route of historical fiction, historical romance at some point. I definitely think I have enough ideas to have some stories on that. And for the most part, the words flowed pretty easily in the first part. I just think I needed a better outline. When I got to the hard part, I will definitely keep that in mind when I go back to that genre. But right now, I'm going to stick with urban fantasy. It is my favorite. It really is my favorite. I just don't read that much in urban fantasy anymore, because a lot of times you are committing to several books in a series, and it's not really been urban fantasy books that have burned me, but some of the fantasy books that I've read, it did not end the way that I thought they should, and so I've been very wary of picking up any more fantasy books. And I've always heard that you shouldn't read in the genre that you're writing in. So that's kind of why I've been focusing on just like historical romance books to read. And I do like historical romance, and the fact that you can pick up one book and some are series, but you don't necessarily need to keep going to know what happens. The characters in that book get a happy ever after. And so that's the other thing I like about that book, about historical romance books, is that they are guaranteed to get a happily ever after at the end. And when fantasy books do not turn out that way, it really bugs me. But I know they don't necessarily have to. I just think that they should. But anyway, that is all I have for you today. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you here in this community. And as always, I hope that you guys have a wonderful day today and this weekend. I will see you all next week, and bye.